Did you understand what? Did you understand the concept of war and what was going on? How much were you told?
All we was told, we used to have to go down the shelters, the Anderson shelters, but we didn't know. We knew that the enemy was Germans. I mean, because we always picked all these things up very quickly. We knew what the enemy was, but we didn't know the reason why we was fighting. You was only on the receiving end at this particular time, and there was some humorous times when they first had the V1s or the Doodlebugs. I think one fell in New Cross, the first one Saturday lunchtime, and did a lot of damage, and people didn't know. Well, what happened? They aimed at the gasworks where I lived, but it fell short because the engine stopped well away, and my brother was kneeling up on the table, and all of a sudden, the blackout blind with the explosion, it shot off the thing and wrapped round his head, and he thought the house had came down. It was humorous to see this blackout blind wrapped around his head, you know. And this was the start of it, and all once again all the windows came in and all of that. And then in between times, like boys used to go out and pick up all the shrapnel we had with all those lovely colours, didn't they?
Yes.
Like the rainbow colours. And we used to collect it and fight over it or swap it and all this sort of thing. And you used to have those covers, John, of those bombs they used to drop. No, like the Frosters bombs. Those metal covers, didn't they?
Nose cone.
The other end of it. No, the wings.
Oh, the fins.
They're the fins. And we used to collect those and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And one time, I got hold of this nose cover. It was walking by the Thames in all this mud, and I bought this nose comb home, like this, and there was a big knock at the door about an hour or two later, and this military bloke came in and said to my dad, "We've been told your boys have been collecting again," and he's collected the nose of... He said, "Did you know?" He said, "That's explosive in that nose," and we've got it up. I put it up on the mantel shelf like that. It was up, you know, just like that.
And it still had explosives in it.
Yeah, and it went mad. They said, "Why did you pick that up?" It's just as all the other bits of stuff we showed them. Anyway, they took it away in a special box. I mean, it could have tilted, and we didn't know at the time. So it was quite humorous. That was, and that went on, and then
experience with a butterfly bomb.
Yeah.
Which, if you pick them up, they just blew you to bits. That was at Alexander Palace.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. That.
And later on, after that, we got bombed again by the V2. That was the rockets. That was the first time, and once again they was looking for those gasometers, but it didn't. It fell near it. It done a lot of damage. It brought all the houses of 2 streets where I lived completely down. Took 2 streets of houses down, and it was complete chaos.
What was it like when you went to your nearest shelter? How much warning did you have? And
only warning you got was when the siren went, and that was it. And you all had to go in there and make the best of it. I mean, really, the Anderson shelters wasn't very good anyway. I mean, it was if you've got a direct hit,
Bit of tin.
It was a bit of tin. Oh, it came. If corrugated iron sheets, that's what it was. Half.
because
in a trench.
I suppose in Greenwich you weren't near a tube station.
No, there wasn't no tube stations in Greenwich at that time. But where we was in there was all factories and all sort of things which
They might want to bomb.
which they wouldn't want to bomb, which they did regularly. I don't think a day went by when it wasn't a bombing of some sort. But the 2 main things were the Doodlebugs that came, and the trouble was them, you never knew because their engines stopped miles away. So it wasn't that you actually heard the engines. I mean, with the V2s it was different, but the V1s, the Doodlebugs, could have been stopped miles away, and it just flew in. And once it ran out of fuel, it just dipped, and that's where it went. There was no directional thing as such. It just when it ran out of fuel, wherever it landed, off it went.